Hello, welcome to this short video tutorial on linking Vantage to your Canvas course shell. If you teach a chapter a week, then this video is for you. I will walk you through linking the chapter in each module. All right, so to begin with, you should have already gone to vantage.sagepub.com and created your Vantage course. Now you're going to go into your modules tab in your left navigation bar here and select modules. And then once we get to the modules, we're going to click on the plus module. And then we're going to name our module. Because I do a chapter a week, I'm going to do week 1, chapter 1, and add that module. We're going to go ahead and in the module header, we want to go to the plus sign. And you will do this over and over again. And then where it says add, this is a pull down menu. We're going to select that and choose external tool. Again, you will do this over and over again. We're going to scroll down and find Sage Vantage. Yours will say something like Sage Vantage LTI 1.3 or just Sage Vantage. Your LMS administrator names it, so that's why I don't know exactly what it's going to say, but it should say Vantage or Sage Vantage or some form of that. I'm going to select my tool. This is the one and only time you'll need to select your book. I'm going to choose the one that I just created for today. It shows you a pick list. So I'm going to do chapter 1. Now, I like to see everything all at once in this. And so this shows me my whole entire chapter and all of my options. You can, though, go to anything that was, assigned or graded or however you want to sort there. I am going to begin with, I want a chapter link to the first page of my chapter so my students can start to read. So that's why I choose this one. You'll notice that it says introduction at the is a last word. That is going to be the very first page to any chapter in any title of ours. This first page is just a white chapter divider with a blue button that says next. So I personally just skip that for my students so that they can click on this one and go straight to the very first page of the chapter to start reading. So now anything that has a gray bar here is an assignment that can either be for completion or for a grade. And if you click on this, you can actually see how many questions there are in any of these assignments. I am going to only select the ones that I have for a grade. So I'm going to check the box. The very first box is the link that we're going to put inside of Canvas for the students to click on to get to Vantage. And then the second box is the grade sync. It tells Vantage to send the grades to my grade book. Anything that I put a grade sync for here, it will add an assignment in my assignment area in Canvas and also a column in my grade book. And I will show you that. All right, we're going to scroll down. So I did a video activity. I'm going to do a data activity. And then I'm going to do the chapter quiz. I can click continue. There's a continue button at the bottom and another one at the top. So I'm going to go ahead and select either one I could have done. So I'll just choose the one at the bottom because I scrolled down. Now this is my confirmation page. This is telling me that I'm putting in 5 links with 4 grade syncs. Yes, I want to do that. If I miss something, I could go back. So I'm going to choose continue. And if I pause, wait a minute, here is now all of my links to Vantage. And you can tell the difference. So this is just a link without a grade sync, and you see the link icon. Here is an assignment. And so there is a grade sync associated with that. And you can tell by the assignment icon here. So there's a couple of housekeeping things that I like to do so that it's a better reading experience for the students. So in my just the link here, I come to the 3 little dots or ellipses, and I choose those. I go to edit, and then here I'm going to check the box. It says load this new tab in a new window. And then in the title, I'll come in here and add chapter 1 reading link. And I do that because it really doesn't tell the student that that's what that is. And so I click update. So here's my reading link. Now, if I click here, it's going to go straight to that first page for the reading. I'm going to click here again so it loads in a new tab. And here is my first page, my chapter. If I scroll down, I'm going to see my learning objectives, and then there's the poll question. Now, I'm going to go back to the module, and then when I click on the video activity, it's going to open inside of this little box. And that's what, by checking that box to open in a new window, eliminates. But for the assignment area, you have to edit it here, or you can edit it in the assignment area. So either way, but I'm going to click on this little edit assignment settings, and you'll see the difference in a minute. So when I check here, I'm going to wait for it to populate, and then I'm going to scroll down, and right under the external tool, the submission type, I'm going to check the box that says load this tool in a new tab, and then you scroll down and click save. I can either save and publish. I tend to wait until I have my whole course down to publish everything. But now when we click load, it's going to open in its own tab, and the students get a better reading experience because they can see everything here in this big window. So now we're going to go back to our video activities, and go back into our modules. Here are all our assignments. Now, if I go to the assignment area, I just want to show you that it's going to populate in the first section. So if you have like discussion boards and other things listed, when you do your linking, it's going to come in the very first at the top. And then you'll go group and do whatever you need to do. And then if we go inside of the grade book, click it on grades, we're going to now see the columns in my grade book for all of my assignments. You need to make sure that they're published in the assignment area for that, so that the grades flow to the grade book. And you want to publish them in your module area so the students can see the module and then utilize the links. Thank you so much for joining me for this short tutorial on linking your Vantage course per chapter. Have a great day.